Everybody, welcome back on board the SR-72 Darkstar plane by Lockheed Martin. This plane, everybody, today is going to fulfill one of my YouTube video dreams, everybody. Yes, you know the Darkstar plane, it doesn't really exist in real life. It does in the Top Gun movie. This plane is extremely fast. You know, only recently in a video we maxed out the top speed of this plane, Mach 10, everybody. And everybody, I thought for today's video, well, what can you do with this kind of speed? Of course, it is flying around the world. Again, something I've been wanting to do for a long time. You know, as it turns out, the world is very large. It does take quite a bit of a while to fly across it, maybe a few days even in some airliners. While the Darkstar will do it for us in only a few hours. Now, first of all, let's do some proper planning. Now, I've prepared a little bit of a flight route right here. We're going to start in Switzerland. There we go. Let's go ahead and enter that into the plan. All right, this is Samaden Airport here in the Alpine Mountains. I made a video on it in real life, actually, as well. Very interesting. Of course, our arrival airport will also be Samaden. Here we go. Now, the thing is, though, on board our flight today, we'll have one main big enemy, and that is range, right? Because this plane needs fuel, and we're going to run out of it eventually. So we can't just fly all across the globe without stopping. We need to add stops, right? For example, let's go ahead and add our first one to Toronto. So we're doing across Atlantic. Then let's go next stop to, let's go Hawaii. Here we go, Honolulu International, Our next stop shall be in Asia then. You know what country's smiling at us? North Korea. Pyongyang, everyone. Why the hell not? Because in the flight simulator, who cares? Sunan Airport. Here, and the next one should be somewhere Korea. Yeah, let's go to Paro in Bhutan. You know, that crazy airport, right? And everybody, we have actually planned our route across the world, right? 17,000 nautical miles. I've actually entered that into the professional flight planner here indeed. And what it says right here is a bit of a flight time. It will take us 118 hours in the Cirrus propeller plane without any stops. You know, this would take like a proper month to properly do this, right? But everybody on board the Darkstar will need 3 hours of flying. So let's do this. All right, welcome to Samaden here. Man, I love this place here. We've got a nice scenery installed for it as well, and it's now time to turn on this nice plane. And turning on this plane is rather easy, right? There we go. Let's turn on the APU. Here we go. That's on standby right now. Now let's go ahead and get into the weight and balance and totally, completely fuel this plane up. 100%. Maybe a little bit of pilot weight added in, a bit of payload, a bit of food maybe as well. We're barely below the max takeoff weight, but that is fine. We've got almost 40,000 pounds of fuel on board. Hopefully that'll be enough. All right, now we are ready for engine start. Left one, right one. This is a very easy plane. Of course, it has to be easy to start up, fast to start up. No need to waste time in military operation. Generator, turn that on as well. Yeah, check out these sounds. All right, taxiing as well, which is actually not that easy here on board the Darkstar because these engines are so powerful. Here we go. Now, I would like to do a bit of backtracking here because we need to take off to the west side towards America. So this is the other end of the runway. Nicely taxiing along, as you can see. Here we go. Nice little 180 turn as well. Look at that. And now we can just go for a rolling takeoff. Who really cares? Full power here into this plane. Now we can already activate the afterburners to just get off. Come on, let's do it. Right here. This is where we actually will burn most of the fuel, you know, the landing and takeoff part, of course. And let's go ahead now, put the landing gear up. And look how nicely this plane is performing. Absolutely perfect. Now, I've already made a whole video on how this plane actually works and how to get it to Mach 10. It's a little bit complicated, really. Right, but once you get the hang of it, it's quite easy. Basically, what you do, this is the procedure. You have to gain a lot of altitude, first of all, with full power throttle, until around 40,000 feet, and then you go all the way down with your plane to trade that altitude for speed. And once you've reached like Mach 1.5, where the plane is really efficient, the engine works really well, it only goes up from then. Good, and then you can reach Mach 10 at like 250,000 feet. Anyway, things are looking good. We are nicely climbing. Let's already check our heading towards Toronto so that we don't miss that. All right, here we go. Gotta head a little bit to the north. Looking absolutely fine here, going en route. Absolutely fine and professional. And by the way, while we're climbing, I think the map has literally crashed. The VFR map is dead. That's probably because of our very long flight plan, but we've got a map down here which will nicely show us where to go. Right, now at around a healthy 40,000 feet, it is time to do the magic Darkstar thing. Go upside down in the plane and then down. Right, at around 20 degrees of falling. Right, now we're doing this whole trading thing, you know, losing altitude to gain speed. And that'll actually work very effectively. Go ahead and go upright again. Here we go, looking good. 1.5 Mach. We're already faster than the speed of sound for sure. And it's now time to slowly pull up to gain that Mach 10. Here we go. Now, is this going to be extremely loud on the ground? You know, in real life at least, yes. But do we care? No, because it's not even real life. Whatever. All right, now it's time to properly climb quite a lot until we reach the edge of space pretty much. No, I know. Well, with this flight phase, we've already lost like 13% of fuel. That's not going well, but that's gonna work, right? Now going up to Concorde levels of speed and altitude 56,000 feet. Sky's getting darker and darker. We're already above Germany. And I'm just waiting right now for Mach 3 to turn on the scramjet. And here we go. We are at Mach 3 right here, as you can see. That is looking very good. Let's turn on the fuel cell and then the scramjet. And this is where we now get to the more fuel-saving part of this flight. Here we go. Very nice. And this is where we'll now get to proper speeds. It's now real quiet up here. We're at 100,000 feet. We can see the stars already. And look at those engines. And the lighting model of the flight simulator is crazy. We're getting so fast that the plane is starting to glow up. Almost 8 Mach now. Now, I really haven't calculated through how long this flight is going to take. Actually, Mach 10. Right, we've reached the proper top speed, Mach 10.03. That's crazy. We're getting faster and faster. We've pretty much crossed the whole of France now. Time to move over to Britain. And we have pretty much reached our cruising altitude now of 275,000 feet. That is very high. And now we've got 3,000 nautical miles to cover, I guess, until Toronto. And this is really where the tricky part of this whole flight really comes in, because we have no autopilot on this plane. It can fly at Mach 10, but no autopilot? I mean, what the hell? This is literally hand flown. All we got really is trimming. And I'm trying to trim out the plane, but that is very hopeless. So that maybe it does suck a little bit, but you know what? Let's just keep it going. Try to hope that this plane stays alive. And maybe go for a little bit of a time lapse and cross the Atlantic Ocean. Let's do it. Okay, now around 40 minutes later, we are back here in the flight simulator, and we are 50 nautical miles away from the airport. Oh, we've got to kind of descend a lot, right? Okay, let's lose some altitude, indeed. A lot of it. A lot of it. Okay, we're losing so much that we've just blacked. Can you see that? Right, we're at minus 2G, but we have to really get rid of some speed right here to, you know, also do that. I have activated the air brakes. Yes, we do have air brakes here. You can see these little vertical stabilizers coming apart. We can already see the grand metropolitan area of Toronto City. It's the airport is down here. Yeah, we kind of overshot this. This plane is faster than you expect. Shut up. Something we need to do, though, is go for some fuel. We're at 30%, so let's go ahead and calmly land this plane down here and refuel. Just lose a little bit of altitude here while we're at it. 50,000 feet. Absolutely fine right here. Here we go. All right, now my computer is totally dying because we're super fast and there's a runway coming up. Are we going to make this? Probably yes. Yes, we're even now below 1 Mach at a very cute 400 knots. We're actually coming in for a landing. This is how you do it. Let's go ahead and re-enable our engine. And on a very safe 30% of fuel here, landing at this rather small runway. I'm hoping this is going to work quite well. Now about landing this plane, we've already talked about that, right? It's very hard to land this plane properly. In fact, some people might call it impossible. Of course, you know, there's a collar kind of blocking your view. I mean, it's kind of nice that they have added a little bit of windows, but there's no way to see your runway unless you get a very close look into the synthetic vision. Right, you really got to trust your instruments now. VFR landing your plane without any vision at all. Good plan, everybody. Let's do that. Oh, God. Oh, my. Sorry. Okay, that's been a rather hard landing, but this is a military plane. It can handle it. I should have picked maybe a longer runway. But here we go. Toronto City. And this is actually not looking all that great. Toronto City, everybody. We've landed. First stop, everybody. Yes, everybody. Sorry. We managed to cross the Atlantic in under an hour, which is crazy. I mean, Toronto was quite a bit of a distance. So that is looking very good. Now a quick little refuel to 100%, and it's time to go off again. Perfect. And release the spoilers as well. Take off. Goodbye, Toronto. Onwards with our world trip. Now, of course, same procedure as always with the Darkstar now. We've reached quite a bit of altitude now after climbing. It's time now to just gain some speed. There we go. Already adjust for our next heading. Time to go to Honolulu next. Hawaii. Magnificent. But my flight simulator is kind of lagging out. I guess, this flying around the world thing isn't that great for the computer after all, but we don't care. All right, now back to space. Let's do it. Now, we still haven't really reached cruising altitude, but we are somewhere. I really would have liked to include a map here. We've got there's a town down here. We are definitely still above Canada, though. All right, and we've now reached our maximum altitude. Looking good. Now time for me to head off and just wait for this plane to arrive in Hawaii. Let's do it. Alright, so welcome back to Working with a Flight Simulator 2020. Great. Thing is, we just crashed. That's great. Literally, like 10 minutes before we actually reached Hawaii, the flight simulator decided to die, and that kind of rhymed. But that won't hold us up, everybody. It is time to actually go to Honolulu. I don't really know where we are because this is now at nighttime. As you might have noticed, we can see the beautiful afterburners, but that's really all we can see. I don't really know where we are. I'm hoping this to go quite well. At least we have a map here. Let's just pretend like the flight simulator didn't crash and we had a nice descent, and it's now time. I can already see it. This is Honolulu. I can see the 2 runways. Big airport. Maybe we can do a smooth landing here. I mean, our chances of a smooth landing are definitely not worse than the chances of landing at daytime, right? Because you can't see anything anyway. Right, so let's do this. Put the landing gear down. Man, sometimes I forget how dark the night is. I hate flying at night in the flight simulator, by the way. This is gonna go very wrong, especially now because of the frames per second I'm having. Jesus Christ. I'm having some massive frame rate issues, as you can see. Jesus Christ, that doesn't make it a whole lot easier. Oh, help. Ah! That has been like literally a crash. That has been a crash on the runway. It is horrible. Yeah, my computer definitely is dying out here. I can even hear it. It's dying. But we don't really have to see it here in the replay. Yeah, that didn't work very well. Looking good. Right, let's now care about getting out of here. That's been very embarrassing. Not a very good leg right here. Let's go ahead and now put the 100% of fuel in here. Let's go full power. Yes, even with the afterburners. At night, this looks even better, doesn't it? Right, oh, we have left the runway. Yeah, this is not a very nicely flyable plane. Let's put it that way. But let's go ahead and take off right here. Looking good indeed. We'll power for the landing gear up. Oh my god, at night this does look beautiful. Let me just say that. Let's already go heading for Pyongyang. Everybody here on this magenta line. Gain some proper altitude as well. And my god, my flight simulator is completely dying. But everybody, same procedure as ever. You know what? Let's just operate this plane from the cockpit. It's time now to go to the deep dive right here after getting some altitudes. It's gotten a little bit boring now, all this Mach 10 reaching stuff. But at least the flight simulator kind of runs smoothly now, so I appreciate that. Okay, time to go upright again. Let's not crash into the ocean, even though we are kind of doing that. Literally, in 30 seconds, we'll be down. In 30 seconds. Oh, please. Please pull up, and it's horrible. My god. All right, pull up all the way, all that you got. We're passing 1,000 knots, and it's now time to climb and officially say goodbye, Hawaii. 100,000 feet, and we're cruising above something. Oh, it's a very small island down here, isn't it? Oh, that's kind of cute. Look at that. Yeah, you know what? This is the thing. We've literally been faster than the sun. The sun has gone. Let's go ahead and maybe just make it daytime. Ah, it's a big island. Yeah, maybe then the time-lapse also makes a little bit more sense in a second. Right. Let's just go, we're not cruising just yet, but I'm just going to turn off the camera. Goodbye. I'll see you in Pyongyang, everybody. Now, round about an hour later, welcome to proper Asia. And we are cruising right now already above North Korea. We can tell that by the weird satellite scenery that has clouds in it. Anyway, it is time to lose a bit of speed. We can even already see across North Korea. Indeed, time to come in for Pyongyang. There's actually quite a bit of an amount of airports here. I've already made a whole video on them. I think we're cruising right now above one. That's interesting. All right, time to continue our flight while actually descending a little bit as well while we're at it. Now, fuel level is looking absolutely fine. That was a very stable flight, nothing to worry about. And we're already 96 miles out of the airport. Let's do this. So I can already see our runway down here, as you can tell. You know, as you can see, Sunan Airport does have a rather long runway for Air Koryo. Then we're coming in very stably and all that stuff at supersonic speed. This is totally fine. We're ready to put the landing gear down. Plane is still in one piece, so who's complaining, right? Now, North Korea. Let's do it. Alright, that was alright of a landing. Let's go ahead and stop now. Come on. Here we go. Yes, check that out. You know, let me just say, the mixture of not being able to see out of your window and having to land at least 200 knots doesn't make this all too easy. But here we go. Everybody. Pyongyang, everybody. Let's get out of here very quickly. Just quickly refuel. This is not very good. Let's go full power. Yes. And make it out of North Korea. It is time now to head to Paro in Bhutan. And that is a very interesting destination. I'm hoping not to crash into a mountain or something. Anyway, same procedure. As always, of course, Mach 10 before we do anything else. I know we've had this now. I've done this quite a lot already. Now until the next stop, our distance is not that much, only 2,000 nautical miles. So this will be a short little hop right here. Nothing to worry about. Let's not crash into North Korea. That would be very awkward. Oh, we are. Oh, I hate this plane. Oh, no. Ah, all right. Never mind. All good. Nothing to see here. Now it's time to go up. And this is a miserable video. But at least, you know, we're flying across the globe. So that's fine enough. Finally, now scramjet. Here we go. Let's go. Full power. Come on. Let's get fast. We need to get to Bhutan now. Yeah, I did struggle a little bit with getting to this point now. Let's keep it up. Gain some speed. Yes. Maybe it's time for me to log off now. Come on, just fly yourself with your trim, please. You can do it, plane. All right now, Bhutan. Time for probably one of the most interesting landings of today's video. And my lag is not going to make it easier, is it? Jesus Christ. They were in the Himalayan mountains, and I think I can... Well, where's Bhutan? Is it right here? Somewhere in some mountain. Whatever. Looking good. Not the FPS. That one's definitely not looking good. Jesus Christ. Bhutan, everybody. And I think I already see the valley quite properly. We are quite fast still. Almost the speed of sound. Here we go. The runway's coming up. Let's go ahead and do it. Okay, spoilers down. Here we go. Things are looking good. We've only got minor amounts of fuel, so let's not mess this up right here. Even though I'm quite confident that this is going to work down here on this runway. Okay, looking good. Now, where is it? Okay, runway's down here. Jesus Christ, what an approach. All right. So I just want a windshield again where I can see where I'm going. Can't wait to have that happen. All right, now let's do it. Spoilers up. Oh my God, that was a crash land. That was not even a survivable landing anymore, especially for the plane. After a bit of maintenance work, this will be totally flying though again. Jesus Christ, this video like progressively is getting worse. Like factually. Check out that, I didn't even put out the landing gear, did I? That went very well. Now it is time to refuel. We've only got 17% on board. Here we go. Landing gear's back. Refuel to 100% and go home. Jesus Christ, I just want to end this. This plane is so, like, it is interesting to fly, that's for sure, but it is so unflyable. All right. Okay, full power now here at Bhutan Airport. Can we please make it out of here? Please don't overrun now. That would be strange. Like, I don't know. I don't want to count on me. I didn't want to crash in today's video. Maybe I shouldn't have gone to Bhutan. God damn it. Now regular procedure. Now I wouldn't want to crash into the Himalayan mountains. Let's do this very carefully. What are we doing here? Okay, come on, pull up. Yeah, you know, after like 20 dead pilots and literally 20 planes, we had to rebuild completely because of full hull crashes. Looking good. Time to get back home now. 3,800 nautical miles, one of the longest legs of our whole flight. Let's just enjoy it a little bit. Now it's time to gain some proper speeds. I just want to sleep. Goodbye. Alright, now the last leg, everybody. Yes, welcome to the Alpine Mountains. We've had a little bit of a weird arrival right there. Looking absolutely fine. Nothing to see here. We can already hear the plane. Absolutely okay. Let me check into the cockpit. I am wondering, I've got the spoilers out. Where is the runway? Right, I already know. Okay, never mind. I know this valley, right? And I know that there is an airport. It is the airport that we came from like a few hours ago. 4 hours ago to be exact. Right. Well, let's keep it going. Come on. A little more speed. We've got a bit of fuel left. So we use that right there. Look. And runway is coming up. Of course. The $1 million question is, well, will the last landing of this whole flight be butter or not? Let's find out. Come on, let's do this properly. Okay. Yes! 300 feet per minute. That's been humane. I like that very much. And we're able to stop here as well. Good. Now we've missed the last taxiway. Great one. You know what? This is a military plane. Guess it's probably very tough, right? So, just go ahead and go for a 180-degree turn. I mean, I just flew around the world. Have some respect, man. Stop complaining. All right, here we go. Good one, everybody. What a interesting project. Now, will I ever touch this plane again? No. I mean, it's absolutely annoying to fly. Let's put it that way. Like, you know, it's interesting, but Jesus Christ. Is this truly impressive still? Yes. I mean, it's not a real thing, but it is technically possible and physically possible, right? I guess. You know, with this whole scramjet thing flying at Mach 10, I can tell the world is getting smaller and smaller. Let's get the parking brake on, shut the engines down to finalize this flight. Now, have we crashed a few thousand times? Yes. Did the flight simulator itself crash a few thousand? I mean, one time? Yes. Did we do some absolutely bad landings? Yes. That is a good video. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching today's video, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. As always, good night.